Hi guys, my name is David and welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be part 2 of my horror poetry series, my founder special. Now, this is all celebrating my dear friend Pax Panic, who died last year of cancer, and she was extremely passionate into poetry. And to celebrate me reaching the same amount of videos that she uploaded before she ultimately passed away, I thought I would do this founder special to celebrate that and to celebrate Pax Panic. So for this part of this video, I am going to be reading poems that other people have sent to me about Pax Panic. I sent out a video a while ago asking people to send me submissions for any poetry that they want to send me about Pax Panic so I could do it for my Founders Special. Didn't get too many, but I got a good amount. And yeah, I thought I would just read the poems I have received. And these are all poems that people have been inspired by Pax and have written poems about Pax. And before I get started, I just want to say that if Pax was still here, she would love this. She would go absolutely crazy for this. And also, I just want to say as well that if I mispronounce something, then apologies, but I will do my absolute best. So this first poem, that she comes from a channel that doesn't have any videos. I don't really want to pronounce the channel's name in case I get it wrong, so I will have it up on the screen. But this poem is called Always Aware of Your Mental Health. Gone too soon, her tether cut, shone so bright. So many lives were touched. The wings she gains are earned by friends, blessed by her presence, although never an end. Through the horrors she read, all she sought. Fear she said, but hope she brought. So the next poem comes from a author that Pax was very familiar with. I believe she got the majority of this author's poetry work as well. And this one is called Acid Green Valentine by K.A. Schultz. No, hold on. I have a few more things to say. A few more books to read, she cried. They did not concur, saw fit to relegate her to the eternal. Saw fit, instead, to cut off all who by nano threads inextricably sought connection. To whom she was, what she had done, all she had represented, as bright and brilliant as an acid green valentine, a means by which stories were shared, a means by which tomes were heralded, a means by which brief little poems were whispered softly in tones to anyone at all, who would take the time to listen. Hold on, she cried. Hold on, she asked. Hold on, she rasped, ever more softly, ever more weakly, ever more. This one has been elevated to the eternal, and we who remain upon the middling plane muddle about and write and share as best we can, left as it were to tinker with the memories of a kindred spirit, who lit like a small firework upon our kin, who left us with a handful of sparkling embers, which shall remain, by any stretch of the imagination, ever luminous, ever bright, and wonderfully luminous. So guys, let's just go straight over to Nim from The Secret of Nim. Nim was a very good friend to Pax, and I know that she was affected by this to a extreme degree. and I'm always there for her, and I'm always trying to keep this community strong and to remind them about what Pax would have said and done and what she would have thought. But this is the poem that Nymeria wrote for Pax.
Hello everyone, Nim here. So I've written a poem for this PAX special that David has organized and put together for all of this. And yeah, this one is called Green Hearts. Life comes with all its twists and bends. Never thought of all my losses, I'd so soon be losing such a sweet friend. But I swear so many times I still feel your presence all around me. If we never forget you, then you're here for eternity. My heart turns pretty black sometimes, but I try to add some touches of green. So I don't have to be so pessimistic, I can be something in between. Sometimes life is incredibly cruel, it makes my mind become an atheist. But in my heart, I'm a polytheist, and I know if angels exist, your sweet spirit is amongst them in eternal bliss. Told someone before you were gone, I wish I could give my life to you, because all I saw was darkness, and I thought of all the beautiful things you could instead do. But I know you'd want what's best for me, even now that we're apart. So in those times of sadness, I close my eyes and try to see green hearts. So I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for listening. Thank you, David, for putting this together. Bye.
This next one is called Emerald Shine by E.D. Lewis, who, as a booktuber, he is a booktuber and he's an author tuber. And this is the poem that E.D. Lewis wrote. Who was she, this blessing who graced our lives? The crocheter of mirth and joy, a laugh that uplifted our hearts, a kind word prepared to lighten our burdens, the sharp intellect always ready to probe the deep unknowns, a hand offered in friendship and community. Her radiance outshone the sun, yet continues as an ever bright green beacon of hope. So let's just go straight over to DL Tillery now, where she will be telling you a poem that she wrote for Pax.
This poem that I'm about to read was written about PAX for PAX and in dedication to Pax Panic. It is actually featured in my poetry book titled Thorns of My Heart, a dark romance poetry collection that recently came out, which is also dedicated to PAX. PAX. Power in her eyes, one never to bat a lash. She is known to be the Green Queen, but not the kind of envy. In a room of panic, we may hear a screech of static, but not to worry, it's only a hardback book against fabric. She reads long into the night, green lights bouncing about with affright. A raw-bladed necklace rests against her chest as she turns page after page of a creepy tale of the restless. A croquet needle in one hand and a bookmark in the other, she is much more than this deep, dark wonder. O dark sister in our hearts, you shall live on forever, with green lights and sparkly thoughts to keep us in the winters. We love you, Pax.
And lastly is my poem. My poem that I wrote for Pax. I wanted to make this the last poem for this section of the Founders Special, as I wanted to give room for other people to shine and to express their feelings about Pax Panic. But this is my poem, Country Roads by David Walton. As I walk along down those lonely country roads, kicking up the dust of memories past, thoughts of your positive nature and how you united us all under your wing. It brings a teardrop to my eye as it takes me home. These country roads lead me to a place where I belong. A time when you made all the negativity in my life disappear without a trace. It reminds me of a home far away, a home called Virginia, a home called BookTube, where all my memories go back to a simpler time as it takes me home. Down those country roads are all different kinds of delightful horrors, and men of the moth kind. It's almost heaven, dripping in blood and truth. At last, I reach your spirit and see a girl at the end of these country roads, with a smile on her face and a bigger smile in her eyes. And I say, with a sad but happy heart, thank you, my friends, for everything. But then, without a moment's hesitation, she says, no, thank you. And Jake says hi. And that, my friend, really takes me home. So guys, that has been part 2 of my founder special about Pax Panic and celebrating Pax's love for poems and poetry, and to celebrate Pax as a person. Don't forget to check out parts 1 and part 3 as well. These will all come out on the same day, and hopefully you enjoyed these poems, and thank you so much for everyone that submitted these poems. When I did that video, I didn't really know how many I was going to get, if any, but thank you so much for every single person that has submitted a poem. I know for a fact that wherever Pax is right at this moment in time, she's looking down at me right now, and she is just loving all these poems that everyone's written about her, and she's also really loving the fact that how people are really getting into horror poetry. So I better end this here, guys. I don't know how long this is gonna take me to edit. Hopefully not as long as part 3 did. Yes, shocker, I filmed part 2 last of this 3-parter. But don't forget to check out parts 1 and parts 3. I will have them linked down below in the description, and also they'll be coming out on the same day as this one anyway. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next one.